Hi everyone, HoyoVerse. This is a talk video inspired by many other creators' works and community as a whole. Despite this patch got proclaimed by astrologers as soft relaunch of Zenless Zone Zero, following thoughts are not intended to be a suggestion for starting players or a cope to return if you dropped. It is a special case of rethinking on game direction from day one player after half a year in game. I personally enjoy a lot of content creators on ZZZ daily and listen to a vast amount of common sense advice provided by more competent gacha players, formulated years ago and wandering from one game to another. They really helped me to build a basic understanding of what I should expect from my future experience and safely build a capable account, but the more I played, the more my own experience distinguished from somewhat general line pushed by them. I found that some takes on mechanics and playstyles change or become completely irrelevant for me after a certain amount of time in game, like A-grade artifacts so useful in mid-game go straight to crafting materials after level 45. So if you feel uncanny after watching yet another TV mode hate because it affects story missions you've done months ago, or a pull character M0 propaganda when you already have like 6 unbuilt DPS or your 3 main DPS without engine, you are welcome to find yourself understood and accepted in next 6 points. Or just write your not so popular thoughts I missed in the comments. If you will be in a mood after, please consider like and subscribe to see more videos like this or guides on specific topic in the future. Firstly, let's debunk the pull quantity over quality point. It is so common to recommend a player, especially a free-to-play, to stop investing limited premium currency after obtaining a character M0. I'm even ready to sign a petition to make it obligatory for every new player, but with a huge but. Character quantity on account becomes less valuable with every character you pull. It is essential for a good account to fulfill elemental and role coverage though, but pulling just a better performance-wise version of your existing character should not be an option. Firstly, your upgrade resources are limited, and I am not talking about locks and chips here. The drive discs are elephant in the room, and both farming good discs and keeping track of what characters require which disc to upgrade is a mess in its nature. Hot take here: good stat balance provided by Wenjin, first Mindscapes, and twice as much resources spent on disc farming for one character will be more beneficial than 2 characters without all these, both from performance and gameplay experience. Secondly, I honestly feel more attached to character building and mastering for at least 2 patches worth of time and resources, so this feeling of chasing next DPS or just meta character without building a current one is frustrating as hell. And you can see this frustration in certain content creators too, especially if they are character guide creators that feel obliged to deliver content on every character released with M0R1. You are most likely not forced to do the same, and skipping 2 patches worth of characters after obtaining 3 to 4 teams and a half year span before is a good option, as you will have a character you like in his better shape. And if you are concerned about account value, just remember, crit rolled 4 start is always bigger flex than any M6, as you can't obtain them with cash. So what pulling strategy I would personally recommend? Pull 2 meta DPS you like, 1 per patch and limited supports for both of them, all just M0. If their signature provide unique to this class stat without performing sub effect, or you just love character's playstyle after week of testing, try your luck until first hard PT guarantee and save it if you lost. And pull Caesar on a rerun. Then you are free to save for more patches and pull any character you wish, signature or mindscapes. You are all set, just prioritize mastering their playstyle and disc farming, at least until devs decide to make a content fully locked behind certain mechanics, but you will still be able to have a meta character with signature and mindscapes when it happens. Also, a friendly reminder, if this whole block contradicts your view on game enjoyment, it is recommended to do as you please. There's no objectively good way to play or plan pulls, as this opinion was designed to prove it in the first place. You know, I genuinely think that TV hate is mostly an external idea pumped up by people not playing the game. It is a subjective thought coming from another common sense thesis. There's no bad mechanic in the game, just poor implementation or personal user expectation mismatch. I personally started to play Zenless Zone Zero because of TV mode. This intention was inspired by such games as Another Case Solved. Such comfy spatial puzzle mechanics are not only providing a unique experience and charm, but are a huge opportunity for devs' flight of fantasy in storytelling and gameplay depth. And I am surely not alone on this thought. let's review one particular implementation of it. Many players encountered this feeling of simplification after release of Blitz mode in Withering Garden. It is not a Stockholm syndrome, but an objective observation as one of the most important parts was deleted, the Resonium and corruption management. Not many remember, but you were able to scrap your run even before entering last floor, just because of poor decision making previously, and that is a vital part of any roguelike game that Wither Domain was designed to be. I will not be harsh on this matter specifically, as devs decided to offer community a choice between these models, and to complete all rewards you still need to experience this mod in its design flow, so not really much work has been scrapped. But another side of these changes is that we don't receive as many exploration commissions as before. Prophecy, to be a Bamboo Master, Bamboo Limbo, Golden Town are quests I still remember and will associate with awesome Zenless Zone Zero experience, and I can see devs working on such gems in the future. And all of it just because some people dropped the game because of Train or Bellet Twin story commissions. Consistent players don't even remember when they completed them, but somehow it is still represented as a common issue, and it confuses me. Surely we play a game aiming at general audience, and it seems reasonable to cut controversial pieces, but with such intention you can just make a Candy Crush and give it a go, in my honest opinion. Although, enough yapping from me. If you really got salty because of TVs, but still can give it a chance, please try out exploration commissions or Wither Domain after patch 1.4 release. They optimized them heavily. It would be nice to provide a feedback on it. Maybe with your help, devs will at least consider dropping exploration quests once in a while. Now we are at a point that could be fairly identified as a cope, but hear me out. It is common to blame gacha games for being a casino, and I strongly disagree with such a label. To put you in context, I am not playing any other gacha, never tried to play one before, and I am not a gambling addict. I have a wide range of video game experience and can surely tell that gacha models is less hungry for your money than most of life support games. Most discussed controversy is that gameplay in terms of characters is limited behind pulls and currency, but I genuinely think that this model is a part of gameplay. You have to plan out your pulls with content in game, and unlike other free life support projects, you have a guarantee that you will pull a desired limited character or item from gacha, and it is a massive plus in comparison. Again, you should never rely on your luck in these games to enjoy it in any circumstance regardless of your pulls, and only then you will have emotional capacity to get focused on story, quests, high-level content and builds. I do not log into Zenless Zone Zero to pull. I'm here to play the game and improve what I already have. Pulling is my last priority. But tying up all mechanics between each other with rewards that can be used after bring me a feeling of more complete gameplay loop, where all I do have an additional meaning and value. Also, Guna game is going to the same type take. I do not log in for SS, as character design in terms of personality and fun is much more vital, as I think, for most of active players. My favorite character is Green Freerun, what could you expect? Next point is for fellow min-maxers. In my opinion, the most toxic thing to do in gacha for your enjoyment after counting on luck and pulls is to fall in trap of overbuilding your characters. In my perspective, you will have much more fun with farming out good disc build in 3 weeks than farming out perfect set in 2 years. It is based on balance in effort spent and a return on it. We all can agree on that it is overfarming to have all disc perfect 4 start with 5 rolls and valuable substats, and it is a devious task that can take ages or even never happen. Then why not stopping on discs with just 2 bad rolls and make it a day? You can already give astonishing results with it and no content will be a problem. We all never will be as good as this guy from top of the ladder that refines full energy with polychromes every day, so why not stop in this 1% and chill? As a worker in video game industry, I can personally evaluate the dichotomy in too little and too much reliance on community feedback. You can never tell if following a wave of suggestions is representing a general community. Most of players enjoy the game as it is, and change initiated by few hundred can frustrate millions. And, most importantly, devs have to evaluate strictly any suggestions regards removing features or changing general path for game design, as good game should engage by its being and not adjust with the flow. I believe that Hoyo is too big of a company to not have their own pipeline for working with feedback, so it is more of general thought to consider for you than a complaint. The only suggestion I would give any video game company: don't try to involve returning players with improvements of their bad experience, but provide better experience for core auditory. It is beneficial for all parties. And to finish, the most positive point. I know, even though everybody tells you on YouTube to have fun and not listen to anything that controversies your own experience, but there's also a lot of you that still overthink and take a lot of things unnecessarily personal, just like myself. Even if you like to listen to other opinions and want to build your own opinion over them, don't forget to stop once in a while and have your time. If you stack 30,000 polychromes for a future character, pull a 10 into random banner, it is really not that big of a deal. If you are perfecting the build and evaluate pen over elemental damage for a week, just put an anomaly proficiency disc on and try it out in hardest mode. No big deal here as well. If you want to have fun in the game, just close these YouTubers with their opinions and launch ZZZ. We are all here to enjoy our time after all. Thank you all lads for watching this video. I greatly appreciate this very opportunity to share my experience. You are a perfect audience and I wish to see you here more often. After all, do it your way, stay positive and be the water in your teapot hot. Bye bye.